What is up, Raiders? It's Adam from raidersofthelostflicks.com. Remember, if it's a bad movie, we want to know about it. And I'm sorry that videos have been a little light this week. I've had a busy week because Florida's decided to open up. And all of my doctor's offices and appointments are like, hey, remember us? You got to come out and do that thing. You got to come take care of that thing. So I've had a lot of interruptions. I apologize for that. But I just wanted to cover a little bit of Dune information. Before I get into it, though, please hit the thumbs up button if you can. Give me a follow. I'm just a few shy of 500, and once I hit 500, I have a special announcement I'm going to make. We're going to do some fun things on this channel that have been planned for a long time that I've not done because I've been savoring the moment. But also, I want to clear up some things from my last Dune videos. They weren't very good. I was kind of just covering as much Dune news as I could. Maybe I didn't pick the right topics. I don't know. The videos, I'm not terribly proud of them. I've noticed that just trying to make a video for the sake of having some content on the channel is actually more damaging than just taking a couple of days off and taking your time and making something quality. That being said, there's not a super lot of pop culture news coming out right now. All of the politics that have happened in the past week have sucked all of the wind out of the entertainment industry. Now it's back to the same bullshit where it's Collider saying, hey, check out these movies on Netflix this week, and whatever some actor said on Twitter. And I think I'm done covering those types of stories. They're not fun, and everybody's like really tense right now, and those are just trigger topics that I don't want to touch anymore. So back to Dune news. I was somewhat interested in this, that the Dune cinematographer had to forget his Star Wars work while shooting the remake. Now, I am hoping, and I think my buddy Fatal J can agree with me, that Dune is going to be the Star Wars killer, even though I would argue that, Star Wars has been dead and if on life support for a very long time. I think Dune is going to be the better movie. The better franchise, I want it to be a franchise, all right? And I don't think I've made that clear enough in my last couple of videos. I believe in this remake. I believe this is going to be the right version of Dune. I like what I've seen so far a lot. I know a lot of people don't agree, and I know there's a lot of David Lynch 1984 Dune purists, and that's fine. It's okay if you like a thing. It's also okay if I say I like aspects of it, but it's not my favorite thing. I like the Dune story. I'm not married to the original Dune movie. I like aspects of it, but I'm not married to it. I don't even own a copy of it because it's difficult to watch. It's not my favorite thing. Everybody's allowed to have their own opinions, just like a lot of people were angry that my last Dune video had Zendaya in her still suit on the thumbnail. I thought that picture was interesting, but apparently a lot of people really hate Zendaya in the Spider-Man movie, and they can't separate the fact that just because you don't like a character in a movie doesn't mean that actor is an asshole. But a lot of people just can't separate those two realities. I don't have any animosity against Zendaya. I liked her in The Greatest Showman, and I think she could do a good job in the Dune movie. I'm happy with the cast, but if Zendaya triggers you and you didn't like the thumbnail, what can I say? I apologize that ruined your day. I think there's a lot worse things going on to be upset about, but it is what it is, and I'm going to move forward with this article. So I'm not going to read every last bit of it because this is kind of old news. I just kind of want to read the pull quotes. This is from, let's see, Dune remake cinematographer Greg Fraser had to forget about his Star Wars franchise work when collaborating with Denis Villeneuve. Fraser is in high demand these days and previously worked on The Mandalorian and Rogue One. Now, Rogue One, whether you like it or not, that is a very pretty movie to look at. I love the look of that movie. I like the fact that it was things that were familiar but from a different angle. You know what I mean? I really enjoyed that. When I read books, when I used to read books about Star Wars, I'm always visualizing the original movies and the original angles. Those showed ships from like a lot of different angles. They tried to make them look like very realistic and lifelike, and you could feel the scope and the depth of everything in that movie. So even if you don't like the movie, you got to admit it is very pretty to look at. Before joining forces with Villeneuve, the director caused a bit of controversy a few years ago when he stated that he wanted his Dune remake to be like Star Wars, but for adults. Some fans did not enjoy hearing those remarks from Villeneuve, even though he is a fan of the franchise. When it comes down to it, Denis Villeneuve wanted something completely new for Dune remake in terms of visuals. Maybe Villeneuve doesn't like Star Wars either. At least the new Star Wars, the sequel trilogy. What do you think? Hey, leave a comment down below. Do you think Villeneuve is a fan of the new Star Wars? I'm not, really. I liked Rogue One, but that's about as far as I can go. Coming from a Star Wars background for Greg Fraser, it had to have been tricky since George Lucas was undoubtedly influenced by Frank Herbert's source material when he crafted A New Hope. However, Fraser says it wasn't too difficult. He explains, it was quite fun because I had to forget a lot of Star Wars when I was making Dune. It wasn't hard, though. Denis and I spoke clearly about how the film should look and should feel, and the formats of this and that, so it was not hard to swerve and change lanes. There were some similarities, like the deserts. I mean, listen, ultimately I'm positive George Lucas was inspired by Dune when he has made Star Wars. I don't know if that's sacrilegious to talk about, but there are a lot of similarities in some areas. Dune came out in 1965, so of course he was influenced by Dune. Amongst other things, Kurosawa, Westerns. So you could think he was definitely influenced by that. So I had to be careful in doing both Dune and The Mandalorian and not repeat myself. Also, not just for the sake of the movie, but for fun. I hate to do the same thing twice. I'm glad that he said that. We have yet to see any footage from Denis Villeneuve's Dune, and I wanted to mention that. The movie is 5 months out. Where is my fucking trailer? I want a trailer. I want it now. Just give me a teaser. Just give me a little bit to go on. Hype needs to build for this movie, folks. It needs to be more than just one man's YouTube video on this corner of the internet. You know what I'm saying? I want hype. I want to see videos. I want pictures, merchandising. I want people to be saying, "Fear is the mind killer." I want to see that. I want to see people with that tattooed on their arm. "Fear is the mind killer." That whole speech. I will let it pass through me. The spice must flow. Let's start the memes. Get the memes going. Make new memes. I don't want to see the old David Lynch stuff. I want to see the Denis Villeneuve memes coming out. All right. I want this to be a thing. Hype needs to happen for this movie. It's really secretive, but it also is a good thing that we're not getting a lot of leaks, because that means that the people that are directing the movie and working on it believe in it. Therefore, it's probably already really good. And they want this to be a shocker. They want it to bring people back into the theaters, to get people excited about science fiction again, because God knows I want it. I'm going to skip past this and go to this next pull quote. It's a fully formed story in itself, with places to go. It's a fully standalone, epic film that people will get a lot out of when they see it. It was quite an adventure visually. It was a beautiful experience making it. The people involved with it, I was overwhelmed. Some of the actors, as well as being insanely talented actors, are just lovely, lovely people who I've become very close to since then. So this is not a ton of news, but I'm very excited for Dune. I want to make sure that I'm perfectly clear that my last video saying that Dune has a problem doesn't mean that I have a problem with the movie. It just means that there's a lot of hurdles that it has to overcome in order to be an extensive franchise. But I'm also hearing that this movie is going to feel like a standalone film, but it is a part 1 of 2. So I'm happy about that. So my goal is I just want one good Dune movie, and I'm about 99.9% I'm going to get it. And I'm very excited about it. What do you guys think about it? Leave a comment down below. Make sure you come back this weekend for Raiders Lost Flicks Live. We'll be watching a cheesy movie. I don't want to announce the title just yet, because sometimes we're not able to acquire that movie until the last minute, or the one that we pick kind of disappears on us, but it'll be something awesome. It'll probably be something cheesy and from the 80s and an action movie, but it'll be fun, all right? And then once I hit that 500 mark, there will be a surprise on this channel. I've got more videos coming out this week, probably 2 more, I want to say. Maybe 3 if something goes crazy and the news starts coming out again. You know, about a week ago I was getting pop culture news, and then it just screeched to a halt again, and now I have to just literally pull topics out of my ass. So I apologize. But anyways, you guys try to have a better day, enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you on the next one. Remember, if it's a bad movie, we want to know about it, and every time you don't subscribe to my channel, God kills a kitten. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you found it somewhat entertaining. Please remember to depress that like button and subscribe to my channel for more content. Make sure you hit that bell icon so you'll be the first to know when new content is published. Please visit raidersofthelostflicks.com for more hilarious entertainment and links to all of our social media platforms. Also, consider supporting us on Patreon. As little as $1 a month supports our worldwide digs for more lost flicks. Thank you, and have a groovy day.